Hello, Norristown Area School District families and staff. This is Superintendent of Schools, Christopher Dormer. Today's video will share important health and safety information for the start of the 2022-2023 school year. As we have consistently done throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Norristown Area School District will follow all mandates, requirements, and recommendations of health officials. NASD will continue to have health and safety be our priority and our commitment to all students, staff, families, and members of this great community. The CDC has recently updated its operational considerations and guidance for all K-12 schools for the upcoming school year related to COVID-19. They have moved away from health officials and school entities dictating requirements related to masks, social distancing, and quarantine based on vaccination status. The CDC is now promoting the personal responsibility of individuals and families to implement health and safety measures and mitigation strategies based on personal health circumstances, preferences, and choice. The Pennsylvania Departments of Health and Education have subsequently announced that they will not be issuing any recommendations or requirements beyond the new CDC operational guidance. Likewise, the Montgomery County Office of Public Health is offering consultation and considerations to help school entities navigate the 2022-23 school year as safely and as normally as possible. The CDC advises that all individuals who test positive for COVID-19 isolate for 5 days, followed by a 5-day period where individuals wear a mask during days 6 through 10. Norristown Area School District supports both the 5-day isolation period and a 5-day period of masking to best ensure the health and safety of all students, families, and staff members. We continue to ask families to report positive cases and positive COVID test results to our school nurses. Staff members should continue to report cases to their direct supervisors and the Office of Human Resources. Understanding the 5 days of isolation has a sizable impact on teaching and learning. We will continue to allow students who test positive for COVID-19 to remotely connect to their classrooms during a 5-day isolation period. Students must be camera on and should participate to the greatest extent possible. The virtual work option will continue to be available for staff members with the same qualification requirements as have previously been established. Several mitigation strategies and procedures are no longer required nor recommended by the CDC, and thus will not be implemented as we try to reestablish a sense of normalcy in our learning spaces. Spacing of 3 feet or 6 feet between individuals is no longer recommended or required. Teachers will have flexibility to arrange classroom furniture to facilitate more collaborative learning opportunities. Since spacing considerations are no longer needed, we will not be contact tracing anyone who would have been deemed a close contact when individuals do test positive. Since contact tracing is no longer needed, unvaccinated individuals will no longer be required to quarantine for 5 days. The only individuals that will be excluded are those who are sick. School nurses will continue to have rapid tests available to quickly identify and separate individuals sick with COVID-19. Since we are moving from dictating requirements to personal responsibility, we do not plan to mandate that masks be worn by all students, staff, and visitors, even when Montgomery County is designated as high risk. Individuals may choose to wear a mask at any time as a means of personal mitigation. As many mandates and directives related to COVID-19 are being removed this school year, we also will be returning to our visitor and volunteer policy and practices as they were prior to the pandemic. Most specifically, volunteers will no longer be required to be fully vaccinated to be eligible to visit our schools. We are happy to welcome visitors and volunteers back to our schools more fully, at the discretion and under the direction of our school principals. Norristown Area School District will continue with many practices to help keep our schools healthy and safe. HVAC upgrades and touchless bathroom fixtures in all schools will help minimize the spread of germs. Disinfection and cleaning routines will continue daily. Additional resources, such as sneeze guards, can be deployed to enhance health and safety as individual circumstances warrant. To summarize today's message, if you are sick, please stay home. If you do test positive for COVID, isolate for 5 days, then wear a mask at all times for 5 additional days. Please continue to report COVID illnesses to us. Temporary virtual options are still available. While certain school strategies have ended, make personal choices to keep yourselves healthy. And finally, we will continue to make health and safety our priority and our commitment to everyone. Please note, this is where we are at today based on the most recent guidance and information we have been asked to consider by the CDC, Pennsylvania Department of Health, Pennsylvania Department of Education, and Montgomery County Office of Public Health. Should this guidance change, should recommendations and requirements be implemented in the future, we will respond accordingly and will communicate those changes to all stakeholders as quickly, honestly, and transparently as possible. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. We look forward to seeing everyone soon as we open the 2022-2023 school year.